This is history. I mean, this is what aviation was in World War II as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't get any better than this. This type of aircraft, in terms of being a very fundamental, important aircraft. I mean, everybody's in love with the fighters and the bombers, that kind of stuff, but these are the planes that really made things happen out in the battlefield.
They were built primarily as artillery spotter planes, and it was said that L-birds in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam commanded more firepower than a battleship. And the enemy soon learned to fear these little L-birds, because when they saw an L-bird, they knew that they were going to get it.
They can land in short places, small places, get from here to there, carrying people and information and short hops into places that you probably wouldn't even want to take a car.
They could land in a cornfield or a wheat field or something like that, and land on unimproved roads, that kind of thing. They were an all-around utility plane that was used out in the forward combat zone.
These guys flew these things in harm's way. They're just fabric airplanes. They had no protection, and there were many such missions that L-bird pilots went on that were dangerous missions.
Typically, the pilots who would fly these would be considered sergeants, so they might be enlisted guys, and they would be hauling the brass around the battlefield, but doing a lot of different functions.
Its main role of artillery spotting and ambulance work and courier, and it laid telephone wires. It did everything. It was basically a blank slate, but they designed it to do a lot of things. The airplanes are cool. They're very cool. They're neat machines. They're technically very cool, but they're machines. It's the people that worked with them, flew them, involved with them, fought with them, built them. They're the ones that are the heart and soul of the airplane. And that's what is really cool that comes apart. We've been lucky enough that the door off to my right here, we've had them sign, both pilots, mechanics. We've got a signature from a Marine who was an evacuee out of Okinawa in the stretcher model. They've all signed our door here, so every time I'm flying,
you got a whole lot of history with you.
It's got a soul when you put that human with it, and to get their stories, it's fabulous.
Early in World War II, an Aeronca L-3, which is a precursor to this airplane, came in and landed, and an Army general saw this L-3 land, and it kind of bounced. And that Army general said, "That thing looks like a grasshopper," as it bounced in to land. And that's how they came to call L-birds grasshoppers.
When you talk to the guys that fly some of the heavier stuff now, they go back to that's their favorite airplane.
It's a fun airplane to fly. It doesn't go very fast and very far, doesn't carry a lot, but it's a lot of fun to fly.
For me, as a hobbyist, this was a nice aircraft. It was easy to fly, fun to rebuild. As a hobbyist, I've rebuilt 2 of these things.
They have smaller engines, they aren't using a lot of gas or tons of money to keep them operating, so it's almost like going in a regular smaller airplane, but it's a warplane.
Chance to see history. and revisit history all over again.